1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8.
9, 12,
You're so funny.
15,
You're so funny.
18, 21.
3, 2, 1.
今夜もミュージック君へのラッキー笑い合って抱き合って幸せにほらなれるように
This is the worst fucking podcast ever.
I'm surprised What the What can count that high.
You know, that's a good point.
I'm surprised you two can even tell that I'm counting that high. You even know what numbers are. We got a fossil here. It was born before the numerical system was even made. And we have this fucking rat who fell off his fucking chair and landed on his head. Like,
Squeak, squeak.
I like how that was
hey
really
guys,
just a long way of
welcome
saying,
to
"No,
the
you."
Brain Dead Podcast. It is I.
The most brain
Hey
dead
guys,
is you.
welcome to the Brain Dead Podcast.
Okay.
Well, that sure was an intro.
Do we watch anime on this podcast?
God, I hope not.
I don't think we do. I've been
No, we
listening
definitely
back to
don't.
some episodes and I've realized something. We don't really watch anime on this podcast.
Well, no, we watch it before the podcast, not on the podcast.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Hey,
How
Vindy,
you
how's
doing
your
today,
chair
Craftsdwarf?
doing?
Oh, my chair? It's good.
Oh, okay.
I was going to talk about how I fell over. No, the reason I fell is because I didn't want to scooch my chair anymore. Because there was like a bag in the way. I didn't want to move the bag. Because that's too much work. So I was trying to like lean the chair. So I leaned it up on its side. And it was on 2 wheels and was fine. But then it tilted to just being on 1 wheel. And so then the wheel slid and it fell.
Whoever's editing this, now play the clip of Vindy falling out of his chair.
That's exactly Craftsdwarf. Thank you. Oh shit! Unlucky. Haha.
Followed by studio laughter when he does fall out of the chair. This is now an iCarly episode.
Oh, so it's actually a good show for once?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Can't believe it. The Weeb Club got good that fast.
Yeah, that's fucking epic. You know what the worst part about looking back at that dot image of the Goku with the cum on his face is that I think he used two separate PNGs, but only one of them had the checkered background on it.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the hell's going on with the right one, but the left one only has this, and it's like it just gets worse the more I stare at it. So I'm
Why do you keep looking at Cum Goku? Are you like
because
getting
I
off
looked
to
at
it,
the
or-
Reddit and was trying and realized that like it's not doing everything in order.
What? That's because you press new.
Anyway,
to do
guys.
everything in order. Are you
Anyway,
stupid?
guys.
This is
we
what
got
who's
some
afraid
comments
of
to talk about.
scary anime viruses.
Anyway,
He's not good
we're
with
gonna talk
computer.
about some
I
comments
don't know
today,
how to
boys.
press new to see the
On the
comments
last
in
seasonal
order.
episode,
That's too hard.
I wanted to blow my brains out. Why are you making moaning noises? That's
Because
kind
that's
of
what
weird.
you do. Because you're a fucking baby.
You make moaning noises? That's weird. Anyway,
Oh my god, you're a fucking child.
what? I'm
You
confused.
are a child.
Why?
Speaking of
what?
that, Rafa Racine can't believe Craftsdwarf abandoned his initial theme of pedophilia.
That was a really funny comment.
That's funny.
I like this other comment from Chokomoto X that says, "You know how I said Craftsdwarf last time? Yeah, it's what now? The guy's on suicide watch, as in Vindy and Crafts heard a gunshot through the Discord after the recording. By this pattern, next week's episode should be me getting mad." Well, it sounds like right now I'm already on a podcast with two mad assholes, and I'm the only normal, not angry one. So, okay, well, good. You deserve it.
I'm depressed.
Oh, well, he put up that shield. We can't criticize him now. He's
Yeah.
depressed.
I'm depressed, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we can't say anything to you, but you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, like for example,
How do you feel about Eri?
Eri?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why anyone would feel bad for her. Also, could you please read my 75-page script? Anyway,
You might be a little bit mentally unstable, but you didn't hear that from me.
Yesterday I read a disgusting, horrible, morally degrading, depressing, painful, mentally crippling NTR doujin that made me cry and kept me up all night considering suicide. I rocked myself to sleep for 3.5 hours, questioning my existence and whether or not I even deserve to be called human. But after watching this podcast, I can confidently say it was only the second least proud fact of my life.
You know what, Craftsdwarf?
Halfway through you reading that, I realized it was a comment, and at the first I thought you were just, like, actually talking about your fetishes, and I was, like, super confused.
Yeah, it was a little weird. But I will
But
say...
then I realized you were reading a comment from Dan.
But the real question is, who's the Weeb Club's biggest hater? Also, I am Goral, and my credit card number is 11037. Rip Danganronpa Let's Play soundboard will be missed.
Unlucky, I think.
Who is the Weeb Club's biggest hater, though? I think I know the answer.
Us.
That's true.
What is?
Yeah,
the Weeb
there you
Club's
go. You got it. Everybody clap.
I like this one from Ronan, because it like he says that like our absolute apathy towards Tower of God makes him depressed. I feel like the apathy towards Tower of God is like going away week to week. Like you're way less apathetic now,
Well,
than you were at the start.
I'm apathetic towards life now.
Well, shut up, okay? Nobody cares about your little depression rants. Haha, I'm so funny. Haha, look at me being depressed, kind of quirky. You know what? Maybe if you stand Aqua, maybe if you stand Aqua, you wouldn't be depressed.
You know,
okay?
maybe if you stand Muse, you wouldn't you would know anything, right?
Okay, I think those are all the comments from the seasonal.
We have so I fucked up. I was supposed to upload the EWB on Monday. It uploaded it on Sunday instead. However, that didn't stop it from being one of our most viewed videos still.
Again.
Yeah, so
well, it's Naruto
whatever.
related, so the comment section, I haven't looked at it yet. Is it cancer?
So this is one that I think is like...
There's some
there's
really
some bad
good
ones.
Comments.
We'll
There's
get
some really bad comments.
We'll get to the bad ones in a sec. I want to talk about some of these ones that... This one's questionable. What in Vindy? Haha shit video, but we also do have legit critiques. What in Crass? Haha fuck you, I remember you idiot. Haha also we have some legit critiques. Crass and Vindy, here's some nice critiques. I feel like this is a very poor representation of every single one. I don't think I said haha fuck you, Iromem in the Iromem one. In fact,
well, you didn't say it in the video, but you know.
No, I said it outside the video. YouTube.
Whoa!
And then the shit video. We didn't say it was shit. We just said it was not very good. But you two, I was listening to it over the course of it. Craftsdwarf just got fucking mean.
Polite.
He got fucking mean near the end. It was very strange.
What did I say? I don't remember.
It was a little upsetty spaghetti, I think.
You were like really upset. Like I think somewhere along the line you like. I forgot what it is. I'd have to go back and watch it, but it's around like the second, like the final third of the video where you're just like done and you're just start like saying some shit and you hear Vindy go, "Oh Jesus Christ, Crass."
I remember that.
Was it the analogy about like comparing the argument to like imagining it
or
as
the
a
dog? You were talking about the dog with the jaw, yeah.
I didn't think that was that mean.
I remember hearing that and be like, "Oh my god, can we say that on YouTube?"
Why?
I don't know. I thought it was harassment. We're gonna get banned. We're gonna get demonetized, dude.
I was alluding to some furry shit. Anyway. Here we have. Oh yeah, so you guys didn't mention this in the EWB, but I found this, and so did this guy. He's on a channel called The Modern Martial Artist, and the only reason I know about Velocity is because Modern Martial Artist like made a community post about the video, and I was like, oh, what's this? I saw Formula in Naruto, and I was like, oh no.
EWB time.
And I was like,
really
you two
liked...
can...
Oh. I was saying, I really like... Sorry, finish your story, actually. I was going to talk about another comment.
I was like, no, you two can have this. I don't want to fucking die again. You have fun.
Well, you posted it in your server, and I saw it there and wanted to do it for an EWB. And since I hadn't read Bleach at the time, I was like, well, Kraus, let's do this instead of the Shonen Anime's Biggest Problem videos so we can talk about that once we both finish, like, because he wants to reread Bleach as well, so I was like, we can do it later. So you didn't necessarily tell the two of us to do it. You just kind of put the video out there in the ether, and I snatched it up and
This
applied
is
it
so
to the
sad.
situation. It is sad. Just like this other comment from Dot. Honestly, if you want to know more about the Weeb Club, but you want to cut out all the unfunny what the what moments and BS, I recommend going on the Weeb Club Out of Context Twitter account. It's the actual podcast, but it's not awful.
That's not true because the clips are still pretty awful.
No, the Out of Context Twitter is so funny. I don't know why you constantly pretend
Well-
to hate it. Bitch, I go on there and I see every video, one retweet, and I look at it's fucking what every time.
Vindy, you can't just reduce any joke to, well, it's this formula. Also, Vindy, my favorite manga, A Gravity Boys, only has one joke. Chris is hot.
Well, Chris is hot is more than just a joke. It's a lifestyle, but, you know. The difference is Naruto has actual comedy, unlike A Gravity Boys.
No, it only has one joke. It's
does only
Naruto
have
do
one
funny and Sakura go baka.
It's Naruto farts in Kiba's face, and it's the best part of the manga.
Okay, well, I didn't realize I was on a podcast with two brain dead people.
I also love this comment from Papa Aeon where he says, "These guys are obnoxious assholes."
Who's he talking about? Who could it be?
That's why I responded. You're right. I hate Craftsdwarf and Vindy.
It's very sad. Oh my god. Okay, so can we talk about the really bad ones?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Have fun. You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, there's one that says something about critiquing that I don't want to talk about as much. Okay.
Well, there's
Trying to find.
really
I
two.
think there's one comment that I like this guy, so I don't want to be mean with responding to it. And there's one that I'm gonna get a little. Okay, so I'll talk about the one that says y'all should focus on the points of the video instead of the video editing or thumbnails IMO. I think that like we do talk about the points mostly, but I think that like video editing and thumbnails are like important parts of making a video, and you can't just ignore them just to talk about the points. Because like if we're critiquing these videos as a whole, it would be unfair. It's the same as like, I think we mentioned it either in this Naruto video or maybe y'all mentioned it in the Iromin video or as in the Cross video, like leaving mistakes in your audio recording in. Like is mentioned is like that's like a thing that, if you're making a video, you should put in the effort. Like those are mistakes of the video that you can point at and change, right? So it's more than just talking about the points of the video. There's more that go into a video and more that I think deserves critique.
Well, there's something about this comment that's interesting. Is that you can tell they made this comment, and this is probably their first EWB, and they only made this comment like seconds after watching, because you guys get into points like maybe almost like 3 minutes after.
Yeah, we don't stay very long on the thumbnail, and like my point I was going to bring up is that like, yeah, how the video is framed is important to like what the video is.
Right.
Like you can't because clickbait is a thing. Like there's a difference between like attracting clicks and doing that and having like something meaningful to say that ties to how you're advertising the video, and then or not doing that. Like that those are worth discussing, I think.
Well, Dot came in with the clutch and was like, I mean, that's what they focus on 99% of the time, and it's good to get some editing critique since that's important to making a good video. Arabian Prince did not watch the video because he only heard them talking about the editing and the thumbnail and assumed, this entire 2-hour video is on the editing and the thumbnail. And it's like, well, maybe if your attention span lasted longer than like 5 minutes, you would understand there's more going on. But the Doji one,
the Doji ones are the one I said I was gonna get a little mean with.
I was gonna try and respond to it, but like I just have too much context with the tirade, which he specifically mentions, that I just couldn't.
There's two. So like Vindy mentions one, I'll mention the other one if he doesn't get it.
All right. I'm gonna talk about Actually, you know what? I'm gonna talk about the other one. I'll let you talk about. Okay. So he said, so you're critiquing people now.
No, you forgot. Okay.
Which. It's not now. This is our third EWB. We've been critiquing people now on the channel for, over a month now?
And the hero Dot came in the clutch once again. Yes, and
he goes, notice how the title's shortened to EWB. They want to hide the bashing part because it doesn't give off the image of constructive criticism, which they mentioned is a problem since the first episode.
Oh my god, he's a detective!
It wasn't since the first episode. It was after the second when Cross responded. And even after that episode, we mentioned, like, yeah, you know, that's a good point. Because, like, we called it elitist weeb bashing. As
well, like, I
joke.
pointed out, yeah, like, the joke was, I mentioned the joke in the first episode, is that are we the elitist weebs, or, like, are we the elitist weebs who are bashing, or are we bashing elitist weebs? And, like, but that doesn't get across if it's not an acronym, which is why it's an acronym now, because, like, if you only read it one way or the other, then it's just that one way, or, the, you know, or, and it's not the other, which, so that part of it is ruined.
There's also the fact that elitist weeb basher is someone that is very near and dear to all of our hearts. In before WattheWut goes who? But
Who?
Like, so, like, that was the reason for the name. We're like those things, right? So it wasn't just, you know, oh, you know, we're just gonna name it whatever. And then, you know, Cross made a good point, and so we didn't change the name from elitist weeb bashing for anyone other than the people we're making the videos on, right? Like, I don't give a fuck what. If you think we shouldn't critique these people because we have our reasons for critiquing them. At the end of the day, I want the person whose video we're talking about that sees it to take it constructively, right?
No, but why?
And so I think
he's trying to call us out on, like, us being bitches or something. Like, it's like, because his reply to you was like, yeah, of course not, LOL. Just found it funny you actually changed the title to look like less aggressive.
Yeah, it's like, of course, like, we said we would because, like, you know, it also wouldn't be fair for us to be critiquing other AniTubers and not take to heart the critiques that they give us, right? Cross gave us a couple critiques, so we took one to heart. We incorporated it into
like,
what
the
we're
others
doing.
we, like, understood, but, you know, we pointed out, like, yeah, based on the format, like, you know, we already do scripted content. We're not going to do that in our, you know, spare time, you know, like this. So, you know, the others were fair, but, you know, just not fitting to what we're aiming to do, unlike the one about the title, which, though, it's just a title, you know.
Right. And so there's no reason, like, I don't understand, like, we were always critiquing people, right? Like, if you pay attention to the actual content of the EWB, nothing ever changed, you know? Like, we're tackling them the same way that we were from the beginning. We just changed the title to appear better to the people we're critiquing. So I don't understand, like...
They're trying to imply we're being bitches about it. We're, like, trying to get more attention, and we like... change the name to be less so that more people will watch, which is actually the opposite. The reason why the first one got so much attention was because it was marketed as, like, bashing somebody, right? Because people love negative shit.
Yeah.
People love drama. Look at what's going on now on YouTube. People fucking love drama. They, like, everyone's always like, oh, I hate drama. Oh, I hate when there's YouTube drama. No, bitch. Everyone fucking loves it. Everyone laps it up. There's a reason that fucking, like, reality television is so goddamn popular. Get off your high fucking horse.
His second comment's, like, infinitely worse, though.
Yeah, I want you to talk about it, because...
What does it matter, though, what the original creator thinks about it? If I made a video on Fairy Tail today, and I shouted out more like Bleach Piece, am I right, part 1 of an overly long analytical tirade on Fairy Tail, because I watched it and I agree with the points that are made and think it might be interesting for my viewers for one reason or another, then why should I be concerned with how Craftsdwarf feels about it? Would I be wrong to call it valid or worthwhile just because he does not? Not regarding the fact whether or not it is, whether spelled wrong, as long as I don't approach it like BGE and take someone else's word for something because I trust their judgment, but form my opinion on my own, it really shouldn't matter to me if Craftsdwarf believes he was wrong or if I believe he was right. Am I wrong? Yes, bitch, you were wrong.
Because he just didn't understand the point I was trying to make.
Well, he didn't literally hear you the next second where you said that it's not, because, like, you said it was, like, not a matter of, like, if I denounce the video and you don't make any points of your own, then you have no point to stand on because you're standing upon a video that the original creator doesn't even agree with.
Yeah, well, I think it's more than that, right? Like, at a certain point, it comes down to like that's a large part, but also, like, this just comes off this, and then the response that's a dumb take by Craftsdwarf. It doesn't matter what the author thinks in the slightest. If he really thought it's bad enough to not be seen or quoted, it should be deleted. But it's clearly still there. It's showing that, like, these are people who have never created anything in their life.
Absolutely.
Right? No. And it's, like, at any point, if someone says, like, because the point you're making, Craftsdwarf, right, is if someone just says, instead of hearing my thoughts on, One Piece, just go watch Craftsdwarf's video. well, now if you make a Goku watch Craftsdwarf's fairy tale series, now you add to the series by saying you don't stand by it. Does that include their thoughts? You shouldn't be just relying on other people to make your points anyways. That's a lazy way to do it. But on top of that, the idea of that, first of all, death of the author is one of the dumbest things. I legitimately think that it's one of the dumbest things in modern art critique. Of course, the author's intent and what the author feels about something matters because it's their piece. You can't just rely on their piece and say, oh, well, this, if they don't stand by it,
Yeah. And the thing I kind of thought of right now is, it kind of also ties into, what I don't like about, when people, negatively critique stories. I even got this comment during the tirade about, wow, you've put more thought into this than Mashima. And I'm thinking about that now, I'm because that's what it is, if I agree with this video and Craftsdwarf's great, because that's kind of what it is, a disagreement with what the author is doing, which also kind of happens with negative critique, because when the story is oh, it seems to be saying this, but actually it's saying this, they're trying to counter what the video, or counter what the author thinks about their own thing, but it's I had this issue with because I stopped doing it, I stopped putting titles that have questions in them, because someone always comes with their smug response to the question without actually watching the video, and it's bitch, shut, because the person making the thing has 100% put more thought into it than anyone else.
Right.
Fairy Tail was in Mashima's brain for ages before he started writing it, and considering he still did Heroes, it's still in his brain in some way. It doesn't just he's still doing the storyboards for the sequel. Right. And so yeah, I've thought about part 1 of Fairy Tail. I was thinking about it all throughout my reread of the series, and how wrong it was, even just rewatching it. So it's if you say oh, the author's thoughts shouldn't matter, but the author is more of authority on that thing. That's not to say they can't be wrong, but right. Generally speaking, they are more of authority on what they made because they know it the best. So it's that shouldn't be just dismissed entirely.
It's how fucking presumptuous are you to think that you know more about something than the person who fucking created it? Who the fuck do you think you are? The fucking, God? Because, at the end of the day, the only person who knows more about, something than the guy who created it is probably, some fucking omniscient being who presides over all of us, right?
That's part of the reason why I try to, give whatever credit I can to the thing being made and try to understand, why it is the way it is, even if I don't like it at all,
No, but
right.
Craftsdwarf, for example, if somebody says that your video, right, if somebody says that the video they made it they didn't think anybody was going to watch it, and they thought nobody was going to care, as the viewer, that in reality, this was a 5D chess move made to actually raise their relevance. Because that's how it works. I, the viewer, know more than the person who made the video.
No, you're subtweeting. Shut up.
I don't know who I'm subtweeting.
I'm not even paying attention. Well, okay, think about it let's take an inverse of this in a sense, okay? Say somebody, I made a video tomorrow, right? Talking about some random fucking, I can't even think of an analogy, holy shit. Okay, say someone took, WattheWut's Chica video, okay? And they're like, man, WattheWut's talking about how Chica is such a great character. And then they go, but if he's gonna say Chica's great, he's just saying Chica's better than Honoka and Honoka sucks. So they start using What's video in a purpose he doesn't intend to say something he doesn't believe with. To say that because of all these reasons he lists for why Chica's good, that means Honoka's worse or Honoka's bad.
That's actually a comment I got though. It's actually fucking
right.
And
that's what I figured what video was referencing. Honestly,
no, I was just thinking.
Okay.
But because I know that's the thing, the way people think, because people are retarded and don't have a brain. And it's when you
that's
think that,
it's just a bunch of know-it-alls who think they know more than what everyone else, and it's not.
All what has to do is at that point, if you're using his video to make your point, is say no, because I don't believe in that. You're using my video incorrectly. You misunderstood the point of my video, and your argument is destroyed. You have
I could just put in this
on.
specific example, I could be hey, what already has a video on Honoka and a bunch of other videos on Muse. So it's doesn't that completely contradict what you're implying that how he feels about Honoka? And it's that also just the fact that one has other videos already, because that's what his point is the fact that what is this video, that means it's wrong. He must think, he clearly must think this with no basis or evidence.
To go on this tangent real quick, it is actually ironic you guys are saying this when I actually have gotten these comments.
No, I remember the one that you got on because you did the. Is it the one on the? You did the Muse video, and someone's like, "Oh, you're just doing this so you can say Aqua's better."
Yeah, they thought I was like 5D chessing the entire thing. Like, you made this entire video where you basically sound like you're gonna have like an emotional breakdown, and you did this to say, but Aqua better though. And it's like, what?
Yeah, it's why you planned your I don't like Annie 2 video to get big.
Yeah,
You planned your Muse video to say that Aqua was better.
God,
you should have responded to that video with, if you stand Aqua, you wouldn't be mad.
Yeah,
AnyTube's Boogeyman, more like AnyTube's Yagami Light.
God, it's so insane to me. Like,
AnyTube's Akiyama. I don't know.
You know, maybe if I stand Luna, I would understand that reference, Craftsdwarf.
And I hear that shit all, I get so angry because I constantly hear, like, the take of, like, oh, art is completely subjective. Whatever your interpretation is just as valid as any other interpretation. No, bitch. There are, like, different levels of validity to an interpretation. If it means something to you, great. But, like, if you're going to say that, like, at a certain level, like, you know, if the author, like, at a certain point, I think, like, the point of analysis is to, like, dive into something and show specifically what the piece is saying, and the only person who really knows without like doing like analysis is the author, okay? Because they're the one who made it, they're the one who put all the pieces there. They know what they're trying to say with the piece. So what you're doing is you're trying to figure out what is the author saying with this, you know, piece of art.
Well, did you know, Vindy, that Naruto actually is a series about the Cold War and about Stalin?
Right. Well, and so that's why like it makes me so angry when people just like pull this like death of the author bullshit, because like you clearly haven't created anything in your life, because like Kishimoto would hate the idea that people created that like Naruto is about excusing war crimes, right? Because it's literally the exact opposite of that, you know? And so like Kishimoto would hate that people are using Naruto to spin this message, which means that like that's probably not the message Naruto has, and you probably shouldn't be using Naruto to promote this message. But yet, for some reason, people say, oh, well, that's just my interpretation of it, so it's completely valid. No, it's fucking not. And you're stupid and have never created anything in your life, and that's clear from the way you talk about shit. God, it makes me so fucking angry, these fucking idiots talking about this shit.
Yeah, maybe if you guys stand Luna, you guys want to be saying all this.
If you say stand Luna again, I'm driving to your house and I'll be there in the morning. You better have fucking breakfast ready for me, you bitch.
Maybe if you stand Aqua, you would be upset.
Breakfast ready for you.
That was way faster than I thought it was going to be.
We need to keep doing it. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. I think that's all I have to say about the
Funky
comments.
made an epic reply. He's a hero. Everybody clap.
I love Funky. Funky's such a sweet man.
You okay, Craftsdwarf?
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
you know what would make you feel better?
I'm just gonna mute you before you say it, because I know you're gonna fucking say
it. Luna.
I fucking knew it! Ah!
Well, maybe if you stand Luna, you would have known it was coming. Anyway, so...
I think that broke me. I don't care anymore.
Let's talk about Hidamari.
Hidamari's sketch has some comments.
There's some great comments.
Ryan Thomas has a comment. He says, when was this recorded? Because my birthday was the 17th, and I want to make sure I don't share a birthday with Craftsdwarf.
It was the 5th. If you look, you can literally just look up Yuno's birthday, and she was born on the 5th because it's Children's Day. It's also Luffy's birthday, Gon from Hunter x Hunter. It's like a billion characters who I know off the top of my head.
Well, I like how he was like afraid that his birthday
was right?
Yeah. Well, it's so funny to me how people don't realize sometimes how early in advance we record the seasonals. Like, it always makes me laugh, because, like, I told, like, a friend of mine who listens to the Weeb Club, like, yeah, we record the seasonals, like, 2-3 weeks in advance sometimes. He's like, what? Like, people just don't realize.
That's actually a short turnover. That's like a short turnover time, considering how we've done it.
Yeah, we like to have them 2-3 months in advance. Like, we've had ones, like, literally 2 months in advance.
Like, we are more behind now than we've ever been, like, as far as, like we don't have any more backlogs recorded at this point.
Right. Like, we're recording the backlog after Hidamari tonight.
Right, which is, unfortunate.
I don't want to talk about that. So, Dan left a comment that I'm 100% sure was a joke, but Vinny actually unironically responded. But Dan said, can someone explain the timeline to me? Does this episode place before or after Crafts announces his love of children? Is this a case like Monogatari, where they released an episode after others, even though it not only takes place earlier, but was also originally made earlier? Is this a case where they planned the timeline ahead and made a pre-recorded ep with later events in mind? Please answer.
Oh, I didn't realize this. I should have responded and said the Weeb Club is scripted. We know what's gonna happen in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the creators. We know more than Anyway,
Yeah, we know what's gonna happen.
We're gonna have
I
a
know
heel
what the
face turn
intent
pretty
of the
much
Weeb Club
pretty
is.
soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
Fuck.
Well, who the fuck? Yeah, well, I was gonna say, who the fuck? Like, none of us can heel turn because we're all fucking heels.
We're a podcast of heels. Like, it is.
Yeah, none of us can fucking face turn, dude. I don't know what you want from us.
God. God. Generic MC, the second place Weeb Club fan, commenting first. Wow. Maybe if you made a better mixtape. Maybe if you stand the Weeb Club, it would have been better.
Maybe stand Luna. I really look. There was this comment from Kage Pro, and I don't remember what it was, but reading the quote made me fucking laugh so hard. Where it's Craftsdwarf doesn't come to bat for me, but he comes to bat for the fucking anime character. I see.
I don't remember what it was. Maybe
It's
it was
about
about
Miyako.
Mia. Yeah, being stupid and like Vindy's stupid. I'm just like quiet, and then Mia's stupid. I'm like, hold the fucking phone.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck you,
Yeah, you're a
Craftsdwarf.
terrible friend.
I also love this Apple comment. Can't believe Vindy is now the smartest member of the Weeb Club. I wish I had as many brain cells as Miyako.
This is
I
so
love
sad. Oh, funky
Please keep
comments.
praising me.
Funky comments. This show is not meant to be binged. Me binging it all in like a weekend to edit the video. Man.
Yeah, because in case anyone didn't know, he edited my Hidamari video. And he did a great job, but because he was like, I watched it, and I'm like, did you watch all of it? And he'd only seen like season 1, and he's like, fuck.
This
Funky's
is so
a fucking
sad.
goated editor. I also love this Mohammed. I'm not gonna butcher your name, so I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. I'm
Say
sorry.
it super racistly, please.
No. He said Craftsdwarf. It's a show about nothing. Hidamari sketch equals Seinfeld.
I knew it.
How do you feel about that one, Craftsdwarf?
I haven't seen Seinfeld.
I'm in the
but sure.
90s, Kramer.
Okay.
Is the teacher Kramer? Is Yoshinoya Kramer?
Okay, now we need an edit of Seinfeld where every time like Kramer takes a step, there's like a squeaky noise.
Oh, God damn it. I forgot that was a
Speaking
thing.
of speaking of Yoshinoya's squeaky noises, do you think in bed? Anyway, moving on.
Whoa!
Did you say squeaking noises? Hold
Yeah,
on.
like
that'd
when
be
she
hot,
steps, there's like squeaking.
God, I hope so. That would make her so much hotter.
Also, speaking of, I guess moving on to the Reddit, or did you have more comments?
No.
No?
Well, because like I just like the edit of the go to horny jail, but it's like with the principal and Yoshinoya.
I love the face picked for both. It's so good. Because that's like actually just the show. It's perfect.
no, I
Okay,
love it.
look, you motherfuckers on the Reddit. I have seen you talk about this fucking video in my server for the past week.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop telling us to watch a 2. Okay, so if you don't. Okay. So there's this 2-hour-long video
What?
called
I
How
didn't-
Dragon Ball Cures Cancer Through Sympathetic Existentialism. From everything I understand about this video and the guy who made it from paying attention in what server, this guy just like definitely is like actually either legitimately like autistic or a troll. I think it would be bullying to make a video about this Dragon Ball video. It's also 2 hours long. Do you want a 6-hour EWB? Because
That's
I don't
generous.
think any of us want to record.
You're gonna have to
a
patron us
6-hour
like Shaves.
EWB.
Because Shaves
Yeah,
actually
like-
did cover this.
Oh my
Like, look,
god.
if someone wants us to fucking give us a shit ton of money if you want us to make like a 6-hour EWB, because that is a lot of time both in recording the video, editing the video.
Well, because that's the kind of thing that I like. Because I've said I want to watch the video in full before we talk about it, and that's like another 2 hours on top of that. Jesus
Right.
Christ.
And for a video that we'd be watching, not because I think there's also just little point in watching a very obviously terrible video for an EWB when we could instead be watching videos that maybe people think are good or maybe people like, and actually tear into those more and go more in depth into those. I think there's more value in than just watching How Dragon Ball Cures Cancer Through Sympathetic Existentialism, where he starts talking about Dragon Ball being nihilistic and some shit about hating the French or something. I don't know.
There's like an AMV every 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I know the guy went off to Dot about like hating the French, I think, and how the French are terrible.
What?
Something about World War II. Like,
So he hates
we're not
Rika
talking
Fag.
about
Wow.
it.
No, he loves Rika. Actually, he kept linking Dot a bunch
No,
of
yeah,
Rika videos.
French, not French Canadians. Craftsdwarf.
Okay.
That's a different. That's an entirely different group.
I
with
can't
a
believe I'm
different
racist.
stereotype.
When you realize that he was sending Dot a lot of Rika videos in response to something Dot was saying, it makes a lot of sense. Anyway.
This is by far the longest we've ever been on comments, by the way.
Can't believe Craftsdwarf said something so brave and daring, and I'm not reading any of this because it's.
I love Holocaust. Oh shit.
I'll read it.
That's
I'll read
good.
it.
There's one for the out of context Twitter.
Gentlemen, I love war. I love little girls, but gentlemen, I so love war. I love Holocaust. I love lollies. I love fairy tale. I love the homies. I love bombings. I love sieges. I love lollies. I love gravity boys. I love lollies. On the streets, on the plains, in the schools, in my basement, in Wet's basement, in Vindy's rat hole, in the sky, in the mud, in the prison, in the cafe, I cherish each and every war I can wage on this earth. Is what he said. I guess it's from Helsing, but
Yeah, no,
There's a
What's
fucking
that for
Johnny
the
Test
out of
character in it.
context Twitter?
so yeah, because they're the same apparently.
And then I wanted to talk about this one that says Craftsdwarf's Dream by Dot the Dot. Dot, did you listen to the last Weeb Club episode? Craftsdwarf no longer likes children.
Yeah, they
You
don't
have
care about the
ruined-
canon at all.
They don't care about the
You've
lore.
ruined his favorite thing. Look, the problem is Dot and Generic MC ruined Craftsdwarf's favorite thing. Like, that would be like if you made WattheWut Hate Love Live. Like, Craftsdwarf has nothing to live for anymore because y'all
What would it
destroyed him
take,
as a
actually?
person.
What the fuck would it take for me to hate
Correction,
Love
I
Live?
have one thing to live for. Before when One Piece ended, I just had lolis. Now I don't have lolis anymore, so when One Piece ends, it's just like, I have to kill myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have nothing now.
What would it take
So
for me to
there's
hate
no-
Love Live, though? That's a great, interesting question.
If me, Dot, Craftsdwarf, and Generic MC got together and sang every Love Live song and forced you to listen to it, you'd probably
I
hate
don't
Love Live.
think that would make you hate it. I think that would just make me listen to the real thing.
And then we made it so you could never listen to it. Anytime you listen to the real thing, it was replaced with our voices singing it
I don't think that would
for the
work.
rest of the time.
I don't.
I think
that
it would.
work.
I think you would hate your life.
Well, I already hate my life, so you're already a couple steps off.
Well, if you hate yourself, maybe you should just die.
Well, maybe if you stand Aqua, you want to think that way.
Alright. We've been going 40 minutes. Maybe we should get to the fucking shows
Well,
now.
maybe you should. Is this you, by the way? Is this Fairy you?
I don't know. I didn't watch this.
Well, I don't suggest you should.
I'm not watching that.
It
I
ruined my
refuse.
life watching
This is
it.
terrible. This is terrible.
Oh no.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's really bad. That actually aired on TV.
I don't believe it.
It aired on
That's
TV.
an edit.
It's real.
That's an edit. Maybe if they stand Luna, they wouldn't.
I feel
Well,
like my
alright.
soul die every time one of you fuckers says that.
Well, maybe
Well,
you stand
maybe
Tower
you
of God.
stand-
You want to think that way. Tower of God time, boys. Here we go.
Play the OP that what says he hates, but then he was like singing it a little bit on one of the earlier episodes, and then I saw he was sitting in chat alone with
Well,
the
what's-
music
what's
bot,
the
and he
biggest
called
shoot-
it in to play the OP.
Never
That
let
made
you
me
go.
laugh.
Never let you go.
Look, does it surprise you that the biggest tsundere on planet Earth says he hates
okay,
the song that
Tower
he
of God's
secretly loves?
opening itself. Okay, listen. Let me explain this to you. Tower of God's opening, the visuals themselves, like, they suck. There's something fucking going on in their heads that sucks about it. But like the actual everything up until before the beat drops is actually good. Like it's actually a good song. But then all of a sudden it just has like the weakest drop of all time, and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna kill myself. This is terrible.
Well, I think it's unlucky.
You make me sad. You make me just fucking really sad. Tower of God is about betrayal. By the way, guys, did you know that if you
I love
call this
Tower of
show,
God, dude.
if you call this show Tower of Simp, that is the worst thing you could ever do. You are insulting the show. It is bad now when you insult it like that by calling it Tower of Simp.
I personally just I would give Tower of God as a whole like a 9, and
Uh-oh.
there are a bunch of fucking simps in this series. Like it gets way better.
Well, like
and
we overall, like this is like the most solid all-around season, and we've literally had a joke a few episodes ago where like the whole every show just has simps in it.
Yeah.
Simp yesterday for me, simp destruction otome.
It's unreal.
Yeah,
it's
that
unreal
one's
the
a
level
little-
of
yeah.
simpery going on this season. But you're not allowed to call it simp things, or else you're insulting the show. The real fan name of this show is Tower Betrayal. That's the joke name. No other name is allowed.
You're not allowed to make another joke because your new joke is based off a current meme, and that shows that you're newer to it. And I've been around for a long time, so I don't like your joke as much as my joke. So if you make your joke, you're just being disrespectful, and you should be making my joke instead. Okay?
If you make
what?
if you make the wild comparison, if you are such a terrible person that you say such terrible things as Tower of God and Hunter x Hunter are not the same show, you're Satan. That's all I'm saying. You're Satan. Kill yourself, communist. Anyway,
Please cut out of context, Mega Graphics. I want you to clip for me what saying. Kill yourself, communist. I did that more than anything else in my life, actually. I did that downloaded on my computer. I need to just send that to people anytime someone says anything. I just said, kill yourself, communist.
So what you're saying is we need a What the What soundboard. I mean, you know, if we got one, like, if What was just gone for an episode again, we could just, like, use the soundboard and no one would notice that it was gone.
Okay. We'll do that with the soundboard now. Okay, ready? Go ahead. We'll simulate the soundboard. Go ahead. Start it now.
Yohane feet.
Kill yourself, communist.
Yohane's hot. What? Yohane's hot. What? Love life. Love life. Kill yourself, communist.
You can't be more robotic.
I hate you, Vindy. I hate you, Craftsdwarf. I hate the Weeb Club.
You know, I'm not convinced that What just, like, left like, audio clips playing.
Yeah, he has his own soundboard. He doesn't even record the episodes anymore. He just
Lollies.
like lays down
What?
and presses the buttons.
Ilya. What?
I knew it was kind of...
Yohane armpit. What?
See, I can't even interrupt to talk about the episode because I'm like, whatever, it was an episode.
Craftsdwarf, talk about the episode.
It was an episode.
All right, what the what? Talk about the episode.
Kun is a dirty betrayer. He betrayed all of his friends.
All the characters who matter. All the characters who matter were already gonna pass, so it literally didn't fucking matter if they won or lost.
So cool.
And he's helping
Kun is
Bam
so
get
fucking
through.
cool. His brain is so big, dude. I love it. Okay, so I do want to say, I don't know if I prefer the way that the anime did it or the way that the webtoon did it, because like in the webtoon, all you see in the moment when it happens is Kun pointing up, and you don't see anything until halfway or towards the end of Bam's test, where it shows you what Kun was thinking when he chatted out there. So I thought it was interesting they showed it as early as they did, but I think it works in like a different way because like I can't really get too into it, but I think that it works in a different way, but I think it's fine. This episode kind of surprised me because it showed like a lot of stuff that I would like, you know, even when it just had like the joke of the two spear bearers who passed, you know, Rack and the other guy, and they were just fucking like eating, like they were eating the food. Like it slowed down even what was going on to like a really, really good.
It's a good pace, yeah. Finally.
Yeah, and like I was like really happy with this episode. Actually, I thought it did a good job at showing, you know, that Kun is the smartest man alive and is like playing like actual 5D chess.
You think he planned to have his hair like that with the blue ribbon and everything?
I think he planned. I don't like Andy should do it really big.
Oh fuck. By the way, for anybody who only watches like 5 seconds of things before making comments about like, well, you shouldn't say that. I'm obviously joking about the Kun betrayal thing. So there's that. Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, I really like.
I want to endorse his step on me. What?
God, Endorsey is so great. She's so good. I mean, we're gonna get a good glimpse of it next episode, but I think she's like actually like a really good character. And she's super cool and super good. And this test, I think this test we're in now is probably my favorite part of season 1. But
Oof.
I think that like the next, like not like because like it's 2 tests, right? I think Bam's test is probably my favorite part. Because there's some stuff we'll see, but I still think season 1 is like pretty good throughout, and I'm glad that like once we get to like the actual like important parts of season 1, the anime is like slowed down, and it's like emphasizing like how important Bam is to Endorsey, and the way that like, you know, he's kind of giving her, you know, like she's a princess of Jihad, so she's not supposed to be making friends, right? Like they're supposed to be like these shoes in a display case, right? where people can like look at them, but they don't really forge these like real connections with people. And because Bam kind of like, not really forced her, but Bam kind of got her to be friends with him. He's like showing her a glimpse of like what it would be like if she kind of did what she wanted, as opposed to just being a princess of Jihad and following completely the rules of the tower, right? And the rules that are imposed on her. And I think that it's really good, and I'm glad the anime is like slowing down to show us these things.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say on it. I mean,
no. I'll save my Tower of God gushing till next week probably, because if next week goes through, I think I'll probably have a decent amount to say.
All right, play the OP for Kakushigoto.
man, how does Kakushigoto have the audacity to make me to assault me on an emotional level every single time? Like, how dare they? How fucking dare they do this to me?
It's kind of bananas. I don't understand how Kakushigoto is as good as it is.
It gets better with every week. By the way, things don't get better after episode 1. They don't.
No.
They can't.
WattheWut is such a broken man. This guy sits on Twitter all week, and he sees all these bad takes. And so then, when he comes to record a podcast with his friends, talking about anime, all he can do is just, these bad takes play in his head, and all he can do is get mad and, sit and fester in his anger and just, spew out these bad takes to us.
Let's
he's
correct
so
this
mad
for a
that
second.
he had to see them.
Let's fix that statement. All WattheWut can do is get mad. There, that's all you needed to say.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kakushigoto said, the temporary name shit, right? And then it keeps revealing to us more about how fucked up, how fucked up his life is, right? Because because they were even if the name's given by somebody else, it's still good, right? And then we see that Hime's name was decided by the family bullshit, and he's just fucking crying, and I'm like, fuck you, stop it. Stop hurting me.
Yeah, I don't think any of the jokes got me, but that part, and then later with the rough draft and the him agonizing about how the plan, nothing can be as good as the original plan kind of thing.
God damn it,
the painting. That was good.
See, remember when I said this show was the issue was that the emotional moments hit harder than the jokes, and which it was more emotional shit. Now all it's doing is just stabbing me in the fucking heart. Fuck this show, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I picked Kakushigoto because, I think, I was down just on the idea of their relationship from episode 1, but, I actually think it, continues to get better every week. It's weird.
It's kind of insane, yeah. It hurts me. But, however, I think one of your guys' theories was right that he's not dead, because when they have the editors, they have the assistants and the editor talking at the end, they're 100% referencing him that he's, he's not dead.
No. I think him being dead is a red herring to kind of... I think also, I'm sure the manga did it, at the end of every chapter, every couple chapters, to, get the reader to keep reading. I think the anime is doing it, to get you to keep tuning into the next episode. And I think that, it's kind of setting you up for this, so that when it kind of hits you that he's okay, you're so overwhelmed with emotion that he's okay, and that, him and Hime can continue to,
though I
be
think
together.
I don't think they're together, though. I don't think they're together, though, because they keep talking about it, though. I 100%
so you
think
that Hime was taken by the family? Ooh.
Yeah.
So then what if the show ends with them being able to come together by the end?
Oh, I'll fucking cry.
That'll be... If that's, the emotional, climax of the show, I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. Oh my god.
How was this season fucking Kino? And then we don't even have next season. That's gonna have, ReZero, Sword Art Online, Love Live, fucking all this shit. We're gonna lose our minds, man.
Yeah, if this show ends Kino, Tower of God will end, I think, at a good moment. Yesterday is gonna fucking do something and destroy all of us.
Yeah.
And Otome Game was fucking insanely good this week. I don't understand season...
We're gonna talk about that. That shit.
I'm definitely looking forward to Otome Game the most, but
I can't handle that anime anymore. I'm dropping it. It's too much. It's too good.
Okay, what? Do your shitty fucking yesterday OP.
I'm ready. Here we go. It's yesterday's opening.
Stand
3, 2,
Luna.
1.
Stand Luna. Stand Luna. If you stand Luna, nothing bad would happen.
Isn't this meme 5 years old?
Well,
No.
maybe if you stand Ludi, you would know about this meme. Anyway, yesterday, Wohutate is gonna end in a way that's going to kill me because
I
this
don't
show
like
is
this
something else.
anime.
I mean, it's 18 episodes, so I don't know how we're gonna handle it on the Weeb Club. Like, I mean, next season anime might not even have shit considering coronavirus, so, you know.
I think no matter what, we just finish it out, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care. I'll
Because
watch
I want to
5.
finish this show.
I will watch 5 shows next season if it means that
If-
we finish fucking yesterday on time, dude.
God, it's so
Okay.
good, though. It's so good.
It's so good. I don't understand how this fucking anime is as good as the goddamn
Doga
is.
Kobo, how do you do it? Every
How have
time.
they had? How are we 2 seasons into the year and they've already had 2 fucking great shows? I don't understand. It hurts my brain to think about it. I think
They're so smart. God.
their brains are just so big, dude.
See,
They're
he's finally.
throbbing.
They're both finally moving forward now, which is God. And he's like, we're finding is like, the fucking line about like he's like he wants to wait a bit so he can like get experience. And the guy's like, you don't do anything by waiting around. You get experience by doing it, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't just fucking come to you when you wait around.
Yeah, that was good.
And it's like someone we know needs to learn that. And it's like it's such a good fucking lesson too, right?
I feel like I was called out.
It's
not you.
No, it's Mr.
Don't say anymore. I know who it is now.
Okay,
Don't say
gotcha.
anymore.
Okay.
I
I don't know
figured
if
it
he
out.
watches this anyway. Anyway.
Don't say anymore. The only person who thinks we're funny right now is Nanmanji, and he's probably laughing his ass off. All right.
But he doesn't
he
watch.
was
No, he literally had a
bad.
comment where he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, even if I don't watch any of the shows, I can still watch the part about comments, and it's still funny."
Well,
So.
Well, Ninmaji doesn't have a brain.
Oh.
if Nanmanji was smart, he'd be watching all these shows with us, because this is the best season of the Weeb
If
Club.
you
like, in
stand
terms of
yesterday
the
with
shows you've
Utate,
seen.
he would know how
Well,
good it
until
is.
next season, maybe if it gets the fucking shows it's supposed to have. I'm
I'm sorry.
because
I don't
look.
see...
I don't know how anything can compete with Origairu, ReZero, and Love Live. Are you kidding me?
Wait, that's what... But
Maybe.
no.
Maybe. Like,
But there's another show I wanted to pick next season, I'm pretty sure. What didn't next season have that, oh my god.
oh,
what's
Great
it called?
Pretender.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like that. If well, if we,
Origairu, ReZero, and Love Live.
well,
Oh,
like
wait, I
Love
think
Live,
Great Pretender
Love
got
Live
pushed.
has been confirmed. ReZero and Origairu already got delayed, so I don't know if they're gonna get. Hopefully, they don't get delayed again. But you know, at the same time, maybe they will get delayed again. So anyway,
My dick
I'm gonna
is
kill myself.
hard.
There's too many anime next season.
What?
Hmm?
I didn't say anything. I'm gonna do
Good.
I'm gonna do the what soundboard for this conversation. Go ahead.
well, I was
for
gonna
what,
just talk
yesterday?
about like the obvious Rikuo contrast because like. Ro's trying to grow to fill Yu's place, and you know he keeps trying to get close to Shinako, but like you know she's kind of distancing herself because of Yu. Like she even says like, "Oh, you're fine as you are," and like he talk to the girls and like, does that mean I got dumped or that's what they say or something like that?
Wait, me?
I fucking am going to kill you.
You're gonna
What?
kill. He's already dead though.
Okay, shut
You know, I'm just gonna stop. You guys can go.
Well, maybe if you send Aqua, you would need to stop like that.
I don't even want to talk about this anime. Like, I wanted to hear Craftsdwarf's
Go ahead,
nuanced
Craftsdwarf,
analysis.
Well, it's not that, but well, because like there was also the conversation where because she's talking like with Rico, because like you know she would have accepted his advances, but he's a piece of shit who doesn't do that. Like he's like I'm confessing to you, but I give up like immediately before you barely got words out. So like you know like she he's what she wanted because you know he didn't remind her of you, but then
Me? I'm sorry, I couldn't help
This
myself.
is the Tower of Betrayal. This is but not Tower of God.
Tower of
Just
Sin?
this part.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I was
Sorry.
basically done, honestly. Like, you know, I think yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to hold back that whole time after Craftsdwarf, or not Craftsdwarf, after What just fucking ruined it for you. But then that last one, I just couldn't.
I have to find something real quick. Keep talking.
About what?
No, keep talking. Keep talking.
I loved the moment, like at the beginning of the episode, where Haru just ordered all the food, and it was like, and for you to like get back at him, it was so fucking great. I love Haru; she's so cute.
God, she's so fucking great. Though.
Or you
I
mean
would-
Ro? Or you said you?
Hmm?
Who did you?
What?
You said you. Who did you
I'm
actually?
so
mean?
confused now. Like unironically, I'm confused now.
What?
Why does this fucker have to have that name?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, the main character of Love Live Sunshine's, the Love Live Squad Project, the new season of PDP, and their name is now confirmed to be Yu. Takasaka Yu.
Me?
You. Yo Watanabe?
Me?
Uh,
Let's just move the fuck on, because I'm about to fucking kill myself.
No. I found it.
I feel like I'm doing fucking Who's on First right now, but like I'm the guy in Who's on First. Like I'm so confused by this conversation right now.
Catching up on Sing yesterday, and while I like the vibe and presentation of the show, the MC is such a limp dick wet towel.
I don't want to hear his terrible fucking Twitter
Why'd you
takes
kick me
ever.
out? Why'd you kick me out? Anyway.
Craftsdwarf did it.
The MC is such a limp dick wet towel. I don't know if I'll hold out much longer. He's just sighing, turning away, acting confused and being a pushover. Only at the first scene of the newest episode, and he's already checking off all of those boxes.
Well, it's almost like there are shows where the character is supposed to be
How is
flawed.
Cold Commentator really a real person?
Well, how are you a real person?
That's
Alright, are we
true.
moving on to...
What isn't a real
Hotel
person?
Game?
He's a collection of like memes and like fast twitch muscle fibers and.
Whoa!
Oh my god! Whoa!
Wow. Craftsdwarf talks
Craftsdwarf
again.
Well, I was just gonna say muscle because like he actually does like physical activity, but then that it just like.
It just
You
the
decided
racism,
racism was
the
the better
hatred came
option.
spewing out of you. You couldn't help it.
Anyway, on to who.
I think what is all three of our favorite episodes of the week, probably.
Yeah.
God.
Play the OP.
How did the first half of this episode say crying time, boys? Let's go.
I couldn't. It went from being like one of this sad emotional episode where I'm like watching, I'm like, oh my god, like when it revealed who that bitch was when she got reincarnated, like my jaw hit the fucking. I was like, oh my god.
Well, no, because like I kind of like was picking up because of the voice, but like because we were even thought like, oh, it's Maria, but then like Maria has done nothing to kind of like insinuate that she knows Katarina in any way, and no character had. But then we find out what's up there. And because she doesn't fully remember it, but it's there, and it's like, oh shit, they're both nerds. It makes sense.
Yeah,
They're gonna end up together, boys. Everybody clap.
Well, this show's so good. There was also the part where like she was talking in her head about like the no death flags. She's like, it seems like Maria's not in love with anyone yet. And it's like Maria's so obviously in love with her. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you stupid or? Well, no, she is stupid. Like,
That's a stupid question to ask, Mindy.
I posted.
Oh my
in
god!
the
when they
Weeb Club
started,
chat,
okay, go on. Oh yeah. No,
I was like, How My Fur isn't a real show. I'm convinced because like they're profiting off of a mentally handicapped person. Like, when they were going through the fucking like
dungeon,
the maze, and she was literally not even just accidentally hitting every trap. She was like, "Oh, this button on the floor."
That was the one. Like that was the first thing she
dungeon.
did, and like, well, the worst part about it is like later on, she's like, "Oh, we need to go to the dead end first because that's where they put the treasure chests." Like she's thinking like a gamer, but then earlier she's like, "Oh, what does this button do?" Her, and she fucking like hits the button and nearly gets them all killed, and like
she
has brain problems.
The fact that she was literally hitting every trap.
No, listen. When she accidentally found the thing they were supposed to look for, but was using it to cut mushrooms.
That was so fucking well, because like when that was happening, I was like, I really hope that's the thing that they're supposed to be looking for.
I just can't believe how stupid she is.
Oh wow.
It's like it's reaching levels of like it's unbelievable how dumb this character is, and it's so funny. I can't handle it.
She's so stupid though, bro. It's funny. It's like, cause like they found her and she's like, I'm going to make mushroom stew out of this, and everyone's like, I don't. And then Mary's like, yes, I'll put it in my mouth. Put it in my mouth.
Oh, that's right, the food. Yeah, no, she's like, I would die to eat whatever you like food. Like, and I'm like, geez, okay, you're probably actually going to die.
God, the biggest sip of them all, literally. Like, Jesus Christ, this woman.
No, everyone. I loved the part where Jordo and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Keith.
We're fighting over who got to protect her. He's like, well, I'm her fiance, so I should protect her. It's like, okay, dog, but I'm her brother, so like I should protect her. was so fucking funny.
God, Luna right now is jumping up and down in happiness because there's incest in the show.
Luna?
Also,
Yes.
I like the joke where like Katarina's like, "Man, my magic's so useless. I should try to help." So, and there's like a big swell of music, and she's like, "Earth pump," and there's just like a flick, because it like she filled the little gap in the ground, and they're like, "Wow, so good job, Katarina," and she's like, "Yeah."
Sophia's like, "Yeah."
I'm glad I could finally be useful.
And then she fucking falls through a door in the wall.
Cause like this bitch deserves to fucking fail her test, dog. She's so bad, and she's getting carried by her friends, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, and well, it's funny that, like, because she's like, "Oh man, I better try to avoid these death flags," and then, but she's just like, she's about to fucking kill herself and everyone else because she's just so stupid.
God, but then like Sophia was like, I don't want to leave her again. I don't want to leave her again. I was like, fuck off. Don't make me cry. Stop it.
Not only was that moment good with, like, because like I was also thinking about like maybe this was in the original game where it's like it's Maria who gets lost, and like it is like maybe even a flag where it's like if you don't like as a player you don't like get close enough to Sophia, that because then she wouldn't help Nicole and they wouldn't be able to like find her basically.
No, she confirms it's not a thing in the game though.
Oh no, really? When?
Yeah, she says it's like it's
who?
an event that's
Katarina?
not in the game. Katarina.
She
yeah.
hasn't played this route.
What do you?
She
what
hasn't
route are
played
you talking about?
the Nicole route.
Are we sure you're talking? Wait, what do you?
They mentioned that Katarina hadn't played that route, so she didn't know a lot about Nicole
How
and
do you
Sophia.
know this is the Nicole route?
Because that's the characters who involved. So that's my like educated guess as to like what this would have been in the original game, which she wouldn't remember because she didn't play that part of the game.
Got his ass. Got his ass.
Well, that
fucking got
they
him
were all
destroyed.
involved though. So how do you know that like that specifically was
Because
Nicole?
do you not? Okay,
Well, What's never played a visual novel, so he's just stupid.
Damn, they're getting so mad right now.
when you play a visual novel, it's not like when you reach a character's route. There's just two characters. Like the other characters show
Well,
up,
maybe
but
if
it's
you
about
Stan
like.
Looney wouldn't be mad at me right now.
All right, well maybe if you
Maybe
stand
if Stan Luna,
Aqua,
you wouldn't be a fucking mongoloid and know
you
the
gotta
first
move
thing
into
about
Aqua.
fucking visual novels.
Yeah, so
Maybe
maybe
Stan Looney
stand
wouldn't be a
Aqua.
racist talking about fucking fastress muscle fibers while I'm in the room.
Maybe if you stand Aqua, you wouldn't be retarded.
God, Aqua though. Yeah, I got Natty into Love Live, so I'm fucking happy about that.
Well, now he's not gonna simp me anymore. The fuck?
Hell yeah, victory for me.
No. I need all the help I can get.
Sugma.
Anyway, it was a good episode.
I agree. All right. Is that it?
Thank you for watching this degenerate
phenomenal
fuckfest of a
episode of
podcast.
Johan,
You know what
his
I love?
armpits.
You know what I love? Really quickly. So we've been recording for an hour. We were recording at 40 minutes, like when we started the first
Wow.
thing. We spent 40 minutes on comments and bullshit, and 20 minutes talking about 4 full episodes of anime.
Kill yourself.
I
communist.
think that's like a record for the.
This is it's funny.
Wow.
At some point, the seasonals show isn't even. We're not even gonna watch seasonal anime anymore. We're just gonna sit here every week and yell at each other.
Love
and that's the
Live.
podcast.
No, I think
Shut up, okay?
someone made a joke
Love
about
Live.
that where it's like, watch in future it's just gonna be like them talk about comments for like 99% episode, and then just like Vindy's like Cautious Hero season 2 sucks, and like
Right.
and then it's becoming a fulfilling prophecy. So we
Well-
just need to wait for Cautious Hero to be announced, and we just need to actually just do an episode where we dick around
Hey,
for an
Vindy.
hour, and then we
Hey,
just like
Vindy.
play the OP, and then we just say one thing about Cautious Hero, and that's it. That's the whole episode.
Hey, Vindy.
Yeah. What?
Anyway,
fucking-
thank you guys for watching.
What are you giggling about?
You know what I'm giggling about. You
I'm
know.
so confused right now.
Vindy, you
He's
know what I'm
autistic.
giggling about. Wow, you
Okay.
hate. Wow, ableist?
Autistic people just like kind of laugh
Ableist?
sometimes.
Craftsdwarf ableist.
I can't believe it.
Well, I
Add
know.
That to the list of things he is.
Are you about to say I know because I'm also autistic?
Maybe.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Maybe.
Yeah, because you fucking originally dumb piece of shit.
Craftsdwarf, just like you can be gay and homophobic, you can be autistic and ableist. Okay.
All right, thank you
We
guys for
exist.
watching. Kill yourself, communist.
All right. Goodbye.
I hate all of you.